Aura, the word that has taken over social media and by extension modern football discourse. Once upon a time, it was about your goals, your assists, your statistics, and your trophies. Now it's about the vibes. It's about how you dress, how you walk into a stadium, or Instagram post you drop after a win. It's about your favorite footballer in a slow motion edit TikTok video. It's about the background songs you use in those videos. You know, the
No, 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 see, na 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 na. See, na 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 na.
you know the exact song I'm talking about. So football isn't just about the ball anymore. It's now about the aura. And today we're diving into the culture that's completely changing the game. Aura farming. Football has always been tied to culture, from George Best in the 60s, dazzling on the pitch and passing off it, to David Beckham in the 90s, becoming a global style icon. The beautiful game has never just been about sports, or in the last decade, with the explosion of social media, a new phenomenon has emerged. Footballers who are actively cultivating their image, their vibe, their aura, as carefully as their passing or shooting techniques. This isn't accidental anymore. Aura farming has become part of a footballer's career plan, whether it is to stay relevant, to build influence beyond football, or even to protect themselves when the goals dry up. Aura has become currency. So let's break this down. What exactly is aura farming and when did it start? The players who've mastered it and how they are doing it. How this culture is changing the future of football, for better or worse. Aura in football used to be like a side effect. Think about players like Eric Cantona, his swag, his collar up, his refusal to play by the rules. That was just who he was. It gave him an aura that fans worship. But Cantona wasn't farming aura. He wasn't doing interviews and carefully creating Instagram posts. Fast forward to the mid 2010s and things start shifting. Pogba leaves Juventus for Manchester United and suddenly every haircut, every dance celebration, every Instagram caption is a moment. Pogba was one of the first modern players to weaponize personality as a form of branding. He didn't just play football, he built a persona that was bigger than the pitch. At the same time, social media started rewarding players who knew how to play the game off the pitch. A goal might get you trending for a day, but a viral celebration or a perfectly timed Instagram story, that could keep you trending for a whole week. From then on, aura wasn't just a natural presence, it became an actual strategy, and the farming began. If you want to understand the aura farming today, look no further than the new generation of players. Take Jude Bellingham. He walked into Real Madrid, and within months, he's not just scoring goals, he got the whole Santiago Bernabeu singing his name with that now iconic arms wide open celebration. It's simple, it's repeatable, but most importantly, it's marketable. That's aura farming. Then there's Kylian Mbappe. His game speaks for itself, but notice how he's always in control of his narrative. His folded arm celebration became an image plastered across billboards, FIFA covers, and memes worldwide. Even when he's not playing, he's aura farming with carefully played interviews and cryptic social media posts. And of course, the master himself, Cristiano Ronaldo. CR7 turned CEO into the most famous celebration on the planet. His workouts, his poses, his fashion, everything is intentional. Ronaldo is perhaps the blueprint for turning aura into brand and brand into longevity. Look at Cole Palmer. Little over 2 years ago, he was fighting for minutes at Manchester City. Fast forward to Chelsea and now he's got that swag, that composure mixed with his awkward personality and that icy cool demeanor during games that makes it look like he's been in this game for decades. The fans don't just respect his football, they buy into that calm, unbothered aura. Cole Palmer, or should I say Cole Palmer, is aura farming by playing like he's above the chaos, even when everything around Chelsea is burning down. Then there's Ousmane Dembele. For years, his aura wasn't about his talent. It's always been about his potential, his frequent injuries, the rumors about his lifestyle, and his unpredictability. Now at PSG with Neymar and Mbappe gone, we see Dembele lean into that sense of authority on the pitch. Up until his recent notoriety for aggressive pressing, Dembele hasn't been held in the same regard as say a Lamine Yamal, despite having better stats than the latter. And now we see him farming the aura. Social media posts, interviews. Dembele has no other choice than to put himself out there. because a potential Ballon d'Or win depends on that. On the flip side, you have players who became more famous for their aura than their football. Think of Mario Balotelli with his "why always me" shit, or Jack Grealish, whose headbands, socks rolled low, and party boy lifestyle made him a cult icon before he became a treble winner with Manchester City. These players prove that aura can sometimes overshadow performance. So what does this mean for football? On one hand, aura farming has helped players take control of their careers. They are no longer just athletes, they are brands, entertainers, and cultural figures. A strong aura can keep you relevant even when your form dips. It can attract sponsorships, protect you from media criticism, and even influence how fans remember your legacy. But there's a darker side. Aura farming risks turning football into pure entertainment, where performance on the pitch matters less than the story of it. We've already seen players who get more attention for Instagram posts than their goals. And for younger players, the pressure to build an aura can distract from the actual game. The culture also changes how fans judge players. A midfielder might quietly dominate games but get overlooked because he doesn't have a viral celebration. Meanwhile, someone with flashy TikToks and drip checks might be hailed as a superstar before they've truly earned it on the pitch. Looking ahead, aura farming isn't going anywhere. With football becoming more global, more online, and more intertwined with pop culture, aura will only grow as a form of currency. The future of footballer won't just be judged on stats and trophies, but on the aura they cultivate, the story they tell beyond the 90 minutes. Aura farming is here to stay. Some see it as a distraction, others see it as an evolution. But one thing is clear, football in 2025 and beyond is no longer just about the game. It's about the game plus the aura. So the question is, in this new era, will aura farming make footballers bigger than they've ever been, or will it eventually overshadow the beautiful game itself?